this has been a crazy time for all of us, but I can't imagine what it's like to be a musician throughout all of that. And so to talk a little bit more, let's bring in Ben Sharkey. Great to have you with us here on the MegaCast.
It's great to be here.
What's this past?
Oh, sorry. I was just saying that last story was really interesting. But I'm glad to be here.
Well, you can always go back and catch some of our other interviews. I think you were on a little bit later. ML Elwick was on a little bit earlier, but if you go into the on-demand section of Civic Center TV, you can listen to some of the other interviews. With that, though, Ben, how are you surviving right now? Still making music?
Yeah, still making music. I think a lot of musicians went to the recording studio during this time, and there's some music to be made in that realm. But I think a lot of musicians are inherently pretty creative, and they can think of ways to survive in times like this. So it is definitely a struggle. I definitely find myself, having to do a lot more preparation for shows since we're not performing as often. So I'm even actually nervous for next week.
It's been a while, huh?
It's been a while. So, but I'm so excited to be performing, in front of a live audience and, in-person show again at the Emagine Theater next week. It's such a cool concept, and I'm so excited for. It's a different thing too, because it's at the theater and they have these like plush chairs, and it's the recliners, and it's all safe and everything. So it's so exciting.
It really is an interesting concept. So you're more or less jazz, right? Like I think of you, I think of like Harry Connick Jr., Michael Bublé. Would you say that's your style of music?
Yeah, you know what? I guess, yeah, I've definitely, that is my root, is jazz. Harry Connick Jr. was a huge influence of mine. I get compared to him a lot. But I also, so I started off performing a lot of jazz for, venues around town and, different parties and stuff. But I also started getting booked for events, like charity events that wanted their attendees to dance. So I started blending in more like the poppier swing stuff, and then I even, there's some modern contemporary artists that have some swing stuff in their repertoire, like Justin Timberlake. He released that 2020 Experience, which has like a little bit of that swing band kind of stuff, and then I'm even dipping into some Motown now, finally. And so it's a full gamut of things. I think it's just a lot of music that I really love, and that I think a lot of people really love, and it's cross-generational, I would have to say. So I think that's something that would describe me more than just Justin or Harry Connick Jr. or Michael Bublé.
So how did you actually get started? Like, you were like a YouTube sensation, right?
Yeah. So I went to college at the College for Creative Studies. Actually went to, I got a BFA in Fine Arts. And during that time, I still wanted to sing. And the art was actually my backup plan, believe it or not, from singing. I always wanted to be a singer. But at that time, I was just, YouTube was coming up, and I saw some people posting videos of themselves singing, and I thought, I could do that too. So it started off really small. I got excited for having like 100 views, and then I kept on posting, and then it blew up, and I was featured on the main page, and it blew up to a couple 100,000 views, and then it just kind of snowballed from there, and then finally, up to like 5 million views.
Wow.
Soon after that, yeah.
So have you been on social media and YouTube throughout the pandemic?
Yeah, we've done a couple live stream shows, which had some success, which was awesome. But nothing beats a live audience. If you just like to be an entertainer, I would envision people through the camera, kind of similar to the whole YouTube experience, just putting it on for the camera and imagining people on the other side. But I'm so excited to be performing, for a live audience next week and having things open up. I'm getting my shot at 1 o'clock today, my second shot. So I'll be all set, and I won't be calling in sick next week.
We're talking with Ben Sharkey. He's a local musician here with that, Ben. So again, it's live at Emagine. It's pretty creative that they've come up with this concept. Fill us in again. How is it going to work? And are tickets still available?
Tickets are still available, although it's, they're going. So I would definitely recommend going to, I think you can Google Emagine Royal Oak and it'll take you to the website, or you can go to bensharkey.com and go through to the tour page, and it's on there and you can find tickets. It's at half capacity. It's in the theater itself where movies are normally shown. And they have, I don't know if you've ever been there, but they have these plush leather chairs that are so comfortable. So I definitely have to make sure that I keep it upbeat because I don't want anyone sleeping in my show. But it's half capacity. I think that the groups, if there's any big groups, they might be split up a little bit because they want to make sure that it's all safe. Masks are required. There's the groupings are like 7 feet, I think, between rows, and then 9 feet between seats. So you're never within the 6 feet distance, which I think would make people feel really safe. I would really feel safe with that. So
I think it's been so creative at Emagine what they've come up with. I believe in the middle of the pandemic for a while, they were even opening up to students, basically making like a learning pod because they had all this space. And so they've been creative throughout this. But boy, do we miss live entertainment. So this is great to see that they've come up with this. Yeah,
I know. I'm ecstatic about it.
So again, tickets.
And then I'm also performing with Nicole New, which I don't know if you know who she is, but she's another songstress that's similar vein as me. She, does the jazz, but she also, I think she messes around with some Motown as well and some pop stuff. So it's a nice collection of songs that we're performing. I'm not sure if she does any originals, but I definitely have originals that I'll be doing as well. So it's going to be a nice collection of songs in the evening, and a great band behind us too.
Are you dancing?
I might be dancing up there for sure.
Because you have some moves. I watched the Pistons halftime show that you put on a few years ago.
Oh yeah, got a little bit of moves there. I definitely like to have the music move through me.
Well, Ben, along with the event, again, tickets start at $20. You're performing. It's going to be Saturday, April the 17th. And again, it's at the Emagine Theater over in Royal Oak. So it's imagine-entertainment.com if you want to get tickets, but get them quickly because they are going to be selling out. And with that, where can people find out more information about your music as well?
BenSharkey.com, and anywhere that you download music, you can find me. Just Google or search for Ben Sharkey. I do have to say there is a show tonight at Emagine as well. This is a whole string of concerts with a lot of local musicians, and Laith Al-Sadi is performing tonight. You might have heard of him from The Voice. He was on The Voice. And I would like to go to that. I'm getting my shot today, so I'm a little nervous. I've heard like there is some fatigue that goes with the second shot, so I'm maybe hesitant. But if I'm feeling good, I might go to it tonight.
Well, that's great. So Ben, it's been so great having you with us.
It's been a pleasure.
Keep making music, and good luck with the performance as well.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Have a great day.